What's up, everybody? Check this out. You guys are at the Stack Up Podcast. Today, I have Miss Katlynn Emmons. I hope I pronounced it right. If I didn't, she's going to correct me in a second. How do you pronounce it?
Katlynn Emmons.
Emmon. I apologize. Katlynn Emmon on with us today. And we'll be talking all things bully breed here. Uh, so before we get started, I'd just like to let you know that Katlynn is an awesome show person with her dogs. I'm not sure if she shows them most of the time or if she has somebody else shows them. What's that Merle boy you got name?
His name's Zuki.
What is it again?
Trap Zuki.
Trap Zuki. Okay, Trap
Yeah.
Zuki. He's that little short Merle boy. Awesome male. That's how she came up on my radar. I wanted to stud with one of her males, man, but we haven't got to do that yet, but we're gonna get to it real soon. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Start on the interview. So let everybody know your name, your kennel name, your location, the type of dogs you have, and how long you've been into breeding.
So my name is Katlynn Emmons. We are located in Meigs County, Tennessee. I've been into the breed for over 4 years, like looking into getting into breeding. I
Okay.
just had my first litter though last year
Okay.
in July.
Okay.
And I breed pocket bullies, and now I have started getting into the micros a little bit.
Okay. So the breeding that so the puppies you got on the ground now, what would they be classified as? Like pockets or micros or what?
Most of them turned out of that litter micro. Like one of them have is pocket sized so far.
So tell me a little bit about that. I know it has to be like a height requirement or something like that, right? Is the micros or how tall do micros have to be and how tall are pockets?
So okay, so it's different. So pocket male is 14 inches to 17.
Okay.
Pocket female, I think, is 13 to 16. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes.
Okay. And what
And
about
then
the micros?
micros are males are 13 and below, and I think females are 12 and below. And
Okay.
then somewhere nano goes in there, but I don't know not like a whole lot about nanos at all. So
Okay. Okay. So what made you get into these bullies?
when I was a kid, and this is going to be so funny, but when I was a kid, my uncle and I used to go on like Razor's Edge's website,
Yeah, yeah.
and he was like, "We're going to own one of those dogs one day," and that's kind of how my name kennel got its name. Is he used to call me Katie, and
Okay.
that's how it's actually said. My name is my kennel name. It's Katie Bullies. It's KDE Bullies. It's a play on my name.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. So you said you
and
said
he,
you said those old Razor's Edge, but that's back in
yeah,
the day. That was like almost like dial up days, man.
yeah, I think I was like 8 when we were looking at them. I
So
was a kid. Like, I
yeah,
remember as a kid, I was looking at them and I was like, God, I want one of those dogs so bad.
yeah, yeah,
Well, my
yeah.
uncle passed away in 2020, and after that, in 2021, I got my first bully.
Okay.
He's what really inspired me into the bullies, is
To
my
get
uncle.
into the bully. So did he ever have any bullies before he passed, or?
No, he didn't. He didn't ever get his chance. He had always like old pocket or old like pit bulls and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
never any bullies. He bought my mom a classic bully right before he died, and then he never owned one of himself though. No.
Okay. Well, you're doing it for you and him now, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yep.
cool. That's cool. That's cool. So, can you describe to me your breeding program? Like, how many males and how many females you got, and what are your goals? Like, what are you trying to do with your whole breeding? Hold on a second. Yeah, go ahead. I'll cut that part out. Go ahead.
So technically, I have 6 dogs in total, 3 males, 3 females, but only 4 of those are breed, like stock or whatever, like brood stock, however you want to say that.
Yeah.
The other 2 were just pets. Like, I had got them first starting out and didn't know what I was doing,
Mhm.
and they just they're just pet quality dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
they're
think
nothing like
a lot of us we just how we get started, right? You
yeah.
get into the dog, you do a little bit of research, decide you want this type of dog, and then you'll go get a dog, and somebody's selling you the dream that, oh, this is going to be the best dog in the world. You can go to all the shows, but when the dog gets a little older, it's a dog that you love and you care about, right? But
Hmm.
it's not it, but it's a good dog, it's a good family dog, but it's not what you want as far as breeding standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have two like that, one male, one female. So technically I have two males and two females that are breed stock.
Okay.
Um, which is I have a goal of trying to eventually just have to be able to do like in-house breedings.
Okay.
Like eventually I don't want to have to go outside my camp just unless I want to.
So how
That's the big goal. Go
so
ahead,
how
I'm sorry.
how would that look for you, right? Like how many dogs does that look like at your end goal? Like just to breed inside your own kennel, not have to go anywhere else to get anything. Like how many dogs would you think that would have to be?
Realistically, I only want to like about as many as I have now, about six.
Okay. Okay.
Um, in and out. Like, and what I mean by that is like, as my females retire, I'll have females I replace them with, but none of mine will be like pet homed
Okay.
and like retirement home to other people unless it's like my family members and that they can. Like, I want my dogs where I can still see them, if that
Okay.
makes any sense.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
not trying to just send them off to nowhere after I'm done with breeding them, if that makes
Yeah,
any sense.
because yeah, a lot of people think that we don't care that much about the dogs, but you really get attached to these dogs, man. Taking care of them.
Uh, Oh yeah, I mean, you take care of them. I mean, take my little female that I just, that I had the litter off of. I helped co-produce her, so I've known her since she before she ever was here, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
and then now I've had puppies off of her. Like, she is an example. Like, she won't go nowhere. Like, she'll live in our program. She'll be dedicated in our program. She's what built my foundation of my program. She'll stay here until she's dead.
yeah.
And we'll cremate her and she'll still, we'll cremate her and she'll still be here. You know
Still
what I
be
mean?
here, be,
Like,
yeah, yeah, be in the dirt somewhere, there,
yeah,
in the yard, man, not going nowhere. No, I feel you on that, man. So how do
yeah.
you select the dogs that you do have? Like, so you have the ones that you get at first that are not part of your breeding stock, and now you have the
hmm
ones that are part of your breeding stock. How do you select the your breeding stock? What traits do you like you look for in your males and your females?
So this is gonna piss a lot of people off, which I'm all right with that. I pick my dogs differently in every breeding differently. My males that I breed to my females and everything.
Okay.
Because when I'm looking for a male for one of my females, I have to be realistic. What does my female lack?
Okay.
A lot of people don't like to use that word or like pick their females or anybody in their camp apart because my dog's perfect.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah. 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 A lot
Everybody
of people are what they call it kennel blind, right?
kennel blind.
They're kennel blind, right?
And so I like to look at my female, pick her strong suits, pick a stud that will still have that strong suit, but also has other strong suits she may not have. Take it however you want. Some people's dogs, it's their rear. Some people's dogs, it's their head. Some people's, it's their feet. So it's whatever flaw my female has that the male don't. That's how I pick my stud dogs for my females I breed.
Okay. 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 So I'm gonna ask you another question. Like everybody answered this question totally different, right? So,
hmm
what do you feed your dogs, right? Because I know from what I've seen in the bully community and especially in exotic community, stuff like that, the dogs are you can't feed them anything, right? Like you just can't go
hmm
buy a bag of Purina dog chow or old Warray or anything like that because these dogs get allergies really bad and stuff like that, right? So
hmm
what do you normally feed your dogs like on a day in day out?
So all of them except for one of my dogs are on value pack. It's just
Okay.
a dog food. I get it, but it's not everybody can get it. So when I say I get it at a local feed store, like it's
Hmm.
a like mom and pop store down the road.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
my
yeah,
uncle helped build this dude's like shop kind of place. Like,
yeah. So
so he knows.
which value pack do you use? Because they have a couple.
I use the purple
Oh,
because you can feed it to your feet. It keeps good weight on your dogs all year round,
hmm.
and you can feed it to your puppies
So
because
that
it's puppy food. Actually.
yeah,
So
so that value that's what 30/20.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I think
perfect.
so.
Okay, yeah, I tried
Um,
it. I tried it. I
and
liked it.
then my boy Zuki is on a fish-based diet because, like
Okay.
you said, he's allergic to beef,
Oh,
so he breaks out. So I just put him on a fish-based diet or lamb. Like we'll go buy like uh, it's raw. It's ground up lamb, and he eats it too.
yeah.
So
So how
he's
much
on a
do
little
you?
bit of a both.
I'm just curious because we just bought a whole lamb, right? So how much like for a grounded up lamb? How much does that run you?
So okay, so we got get it by the pound down here at like a farm, and it's like $13 a pound.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's expensive.
That's really expensive.
Yeah. So he eats good. So when people are like, "Oh, he's this," yeah, he's a brat. He eats good. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
is that the one? Is that the Merle one?
yeah, yeah. That's
Okay,
Dookie. That's yeah.
okay. I just
And
want to.
then Mouse, that's my little dog now. Like my little micro I told you I was getting into.
Yeah,
That's actually off one of my females. Uh, he is about to go on raw, which is just like hamburger meat. Like a beef blend raw once he gets back from the trainer because he's right now at the trainers.
yeah, 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 yeah. And I was in here complaining. Um, we got a whole lamb for $150, and I'm
Oh.
complaining about it, but it looked like I got a pretty good deal on it.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're getting it for that cheap, depending on like how much it weighed and stuff, yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like it because we pay
it was
quite a bit
like
of money
50
for what we
pounds.
feed him.
It was about 50 pounds. It was when they said
Yes.
it was hanging, it was 60, 63 or something like that. So it ended up being like around 50 something pounds with just the meat.
So you're talking about like $3 a pound compared
Yeah,
to
something like
13. So
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
you ain't bad off.
yeah. And there's another guy, I forgot his name. I was trying to get up with him, but he was selling it for $1.85 a pound, but you had to get like 100 pounds,
hmm
which is
Yeah, I've
still
seen people like that.
yeah, but it still was still really cheap because they ended up being like what $185 for 100 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you said your boy can't do beef, so
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah. He's not that one, but the other one's going on beef
yeah,
here soon
yeah,
once he gets back from the trainer.
yeah. What trainer do you get him at? What is his training? What do you explain that to the people who don't know what you're talking about? His trainer.
So his trainer, his name's Corey.
Okay.
Um, he's a show. He does a couple different trainers. Like he does show training, protective training. But I have Mouse in his show training.
Okay.
So he'll teach him how to walk on a lead correctly, which side, how to go up and down the ring, how to stack up, which, of course is where how they stand in the ring. I
Yeah.
guess you know,
Yeah.
and then, stuff like that. He'll teach him how to hold it and just general stuff like that to do with the shows
Okay. That's
and kind of desensitize him to the shows because, there's people loud there. He just
yeah.
kind of gets him prepared for what we're going to do
Yeah.
with him.
His whole career, right? His show career.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yep. His whole show career.
Yeah. I might need to invest in that because I brought one of my pups out this past weekend.
Yeah.
And I thought he wasn't gonna do good at all, to be honest. But he showed me some stuff, right? He stacked real
hmm
good in there. But when it's time for him to walk around the ring, he was a little bit timid, which you could
hmm
expect. He's never been there before. Then you had all the other dogs that were peeing and pooping in the ring. So he wanted to
Yeah.
stop and smell what's going on. All that type of
Yeah.
stuff. So I might need to invest in somebody training him, not just for the stacking part, but just getting him more used to
Desensitized to
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
yeah, to everything that's going on because he's not a shy dog at all. Oh my God. He might have did better because he was so shy at the time because normally he is whoo, you can't control him, but you can't control him, man. So
Listen, I have a couple like that. They're a little wild. That's part of the
yeah,
reason that those are the two that aren't in the breeding program because they are wild.
yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of the common misconceptions that about dog breeding that you would like to talk about? So people always say they see these dogs, and I still don't understand why. Right? They'll look at the
Uh-huh.
dogs we have, and the first thing they say you got a pit bull, even if you got a mini, they're like, "Oh, that's a pit bull." Like it doesn't
Yeah.
even. It's nothing. So what are some of the misconceptions that you would like to say something about or address?
Yeah. For one, quit telling me your cousin has the same thing at his house because he doesn't. Let me just say that right now. No, he does not. With the breeding that goes into these, no, he does not.
You just yeah, yeah. It's not the same as your cousin's dog in the backyard.
Another thing, I hate that these people, for some reason, think dogs, these pockets and stuff, don't move.
Yeah.
That they can't move good, they can't breathe good. I don't know what pockets they're seeing,
Yeah,
but it ain't mine.
yeah,
Because I can promise you any day of the week, unless it's 100 degrees and I don't want to be running around out there,
yeah.
my dogs can run around and chase a ball at any point. And for some reason, people don't believe my dogs can move. And I don't know why, but that's a big miscommunication with these dogs. Is they for some reason they're disabled or they're uh just messed up, like wonky, deformed, and that's not true.
Yeah,
Some are, but not none of mine. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
um,
yeah. I
you know,
get.
we don't breed and breed and breed. Like, we don't breed our females and breed our females and breed our females. Like,
Yeah,
that's another, I think, a real big miss thing in this, in the community is people think, oh, they're dog breeders. They just breed and breed and breed and breed.
yeah,
No.
like a puppy mill almost, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
and that's not what this is. Like, we had one litter last year.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Like,
Most people
just
don't even
one. Well,
understand. Like, if I breed a female 3 times, that's really stretching it, right? For me, I may
yeah,
breed her twice, and then after that, like it's just time for her to retire. Like, because if I call myself a breeder and I can't get what I need from her as far as breeding wise out of 2 breedings, then I may not know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I
we
may not.
do three
Yeah,
is what well that's with C-sections. We do C-sections here.
yeah,
Um we do three technically,
yeah,
but or that's how many we were told we can do. We've never done three, if that
hmm
makes any sense.
yeah,
Like that's the most we'll do with one of our females.
yeah,
Three's it. Like
yeah,
but if I get like my female that I bred last year, honestly, it was kind of like I don't know if I'll ever breed her again. And then somebody tossed up an opportunity for me, and I was like, yeah, I'll breed her one more time. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So she may be two and done. Like that's the thing. I
Yeah.
may not breed her ever again.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. So
so.
no puppy mills type stuff going on over there.
Oh Lord, no.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All my dogs are inside dogs too. Like that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
My dogs do not stay outside. My dogs ain't on a chain. If
Mm-hmm.
they are outside, we have a fence for them. I
Mm-hmm.
paid someone to come up here and make me a fence. I'm about to pay for another one to have a male and a female fence. Like
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
don't get it like don't get it mixed up in here. Like
Yeah, so you don't have any accidents over there.
yeah.
Yeah. So so how are your dogs registered? Like, what registry are you using?
We use all of my dogs, even the ones that I just have for little pets, are ABKC.
Okay.
And a few of my other ones are BRC,
Mm-hmm.
like at the show we were at
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you about this BRC. They started back in 2016, 17.
Yeah.
That's when I was kind of like exiting out the game. I wasn't in it as much as I used to be. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I was really surprised at the turnout that they had at that show. Uh,
And that's not even the biggest one. March Madness
exactly.
is a big one.
Yeah, like I was thinking it's gonna be a little bitty show in a little town. It ain't gonna be too big. For it to be a small show in a small town, it was a lot of people. A lot of people pulled up to that show.
Oh yeah, I drove 3+ hours to go to that show,
Yeah, yeah.
and I didn't even have a dog
Didn't
with
even
me.
have a dog. I know, right?
Didn't even yeah.
So
So
I don't know. I may that BRC they may get a lot of registries for a lot of applications for me because I was actually surprised. And they seem to throw a lot of shows.
oh yeah, and they're good shows. From what I've always seen about them, they're real good shows. Kev Green and Anthony Pope are who started that. Um, and they do really good events. Um, Anthony's wife is a judge.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony is a wife is a judge as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
him and his wife both judge shows and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
They're really good people.
yeah. I know a lady was passing out flyers to me and my girlfriend at that show, and I think they're gonna have one in Lebanon on the 20th in June. And
Hmm.
I was like, they don't miss, man. They got shows all over the place, man.
Oh yeah, we they have some in Knoxville. They have some in Alabama. They literally all over the map.
Yeah, I'm starting to think they throw more shows than ABKT.
Oh yeah, they do. There's like a show or at least a couple of shows that are BRC every weekend almost. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll be at that show. Are you gonna come to that show you're talking about?
The-
And you?
in Lebanon, yeah, yeah, we'll be there.
Hmm.
Hopefully, that'll be my boy's second show. He was 7 months at the show that I saw you at. So
Hmm.
just to give him a little bit more time to mature just a little bit more and get a little bit more used to being, in the show ring. And I'm just kind of curious. Now that's not our main stud. Now we got another stud. This ain't about me, it's about you, but we'll tell you. We got another stud and we're waiting on him to get older to start showing him. And when we show him, It's gonna change. It's gonna change the face of the XL community in
I
Tennessee.
can't wait to see him then,
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah,
excited to see that.
yeah. I'm looking forward to bringing him out. But back to you. Back to you. Right. So, what are your plans in your for the future in your breeding program? Like, what direction are you trying to go in?
We're going towards micro now.
Okay.
Uh, I'm kind of excited, but kind of dreading it at the same time because some of the micros don't have the best structure and stuff right now. We're
Okay.
all
So,
trying to figure that part out of them.
what you mean structure?
Like they have flaws, which I know nobody that is not a dog person will know what I'm talking about, but in there, the way they stand is flawed in some kind of way, or their back is a certain, like roach back is where
Mm-hmm.
their back kind of curves. Their feet turn out, which is easty westy, which is, they go out instead of stand straight, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so we're trying to figure that out. And now I accidentally produced a micro, so now I'm getting into the micros.
Yeah. Is that the one that you said that's at the trainers?
Yeah, Mighty.
Okay.
His name's Mighty Mouse, but I
Mighty
call him
Mouse.
Mouse all the time.
Mighty
Yeah.
Mouse. That's a pretty cool name. That's a pretty. So you're gonna be. So you're in the micro game. You're gonna be trying to. Are you trying to clean it up a little bit and show everybody that you can do it a certain type of way, or you just going in there
Yeah,
and kick butt, take names? Like, what's your.
kind of a little bit of both. Kind of try to show them how to breed them because there's a few that know, and then there's a few that just breed. I mean, just dogs that can't move. Crippled dogs and
Hmm.
everything, and you know, as a community, that's a little rough on us. Like it makes us all look bad when
Yeah.
we have crippled dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then we're gonna go in the show ring. We're kicking ass and taking names, putting belt to ass in that show ring once we get him out. So
Now, there's a micro at the show that I saw you at. I think his name was Luigi. I think that was his name. The little, it was I don't know if he was lilac try or purple try. I don't know what he said the color that dog was, but he won all three shows.
yeah, they're very popular. The little micros are,
Hmm.
and there's a whole bunch of people that have them.
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited because this was my first production. Mighty Mouse is, so
Hmm.
I'm really excited to see what he can do in the ring.
Yeah.
So
That make it even better. You produce them, you like how you look, and then you can show them off and do good with them. That's just like icing on top.
yeah,
Man.
icing on the cake for sure with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So let's just say that you couldn't work with no more micros, no more bullies. What would be your breed of choice?
Giant schnauzer.
A giant schnauzer. Would you use them to show? Because I look at it's two different ways to look at it. I always looked at them as working dogs, but a lot of people don't know that those are working protection dogs, right? So would you use them for show or would you use them more for protection?
I'd have both.
Okay. Okay.
I'd have like a whole, but it'd be two different lines if that makes
Okay.
any sense. Like I'd have a bloodline that is strictly working class dogs, and then I'd have a bloodline that are strictly show dogs,
Okay.
because that's where a lot of people run into problems with those kind of dogs, like
Hmm.
those guardian, dogs like
Hmm.
that. They get them thinking, oh look, I can do whatever I want with this, and then when it eats somebody alive, they're like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
there are
yeah.
a lot of different philosophies on that. Because I know in the cane corso world, there are a couple of guys, man. I don't want to throw their names out there, uh,
Hmm.
but they have AKC show dogs that are also protection. They do protection work also. But they're really big on the mindset of the dog, right? They want to make sure the
Yeah,
dog, like it can't just be, a lot of people want a dog that bite everything, but if the dog bite everything, who can it protect? Because you got to keep it away from everybody, right?
yeah,
So they're really big on that in the pressos and the cane corso world. So
yeah.
yeah, but the schnauzers are pretty. Those are some really good working dogs, man. I would never have thought somebody who said that they like micros would turn around and also say, "Hey, if I couldn't work with micros or pockets, that I would choose a schnauzer." You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful dogs. I do. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know. That's all I can say. Like looking at them, they're beautiful.
Yeah,
They, you know, the coat, most of them are black. They're beautiful. Their ears stand up so perfect. Their head is so square. If it's shaved, they are beautiful.
yeah, they are
They
really
really
good.
are.
I do agree with you. They are really good looking dogs, man. I, do-
That's what
I
made me fall in love with like the bullies. It's just like Rocco.
yeah,
Rocco, you know, he's beautiful. His structure, his head shape, everything about him, he's beautiful.
yeah,
And same thing with the giant schnauzers. Like
mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, just caught me by surprise, but yeah, I see it.
that's why I didn't figure. Yeah, that's why I said you ain't gonna guess this. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I thought you were gonna say something like a pug or a English bulldog.
Lord no,
Nah, you girl said
I don't want no
giant,
pug or a bulldog.
a giant schnauzer. That's what's up. So, to anybody who's listened to this interview, where could they learn more about you, your kennel, and your available puppies? Like, you got any social media or websites or anything like that?
I have Facebook and Instagram. I'm working on getting a website. So my Instagram is Katie E, spelled out like that,
Hmm.
underscore bullies 2000.
Okay.
And then my Facebook is Katlynn Emmons.
Okay.
And it's public. You can get on there, check them out, you know, and scroll through and see my dogs at any point. You can also do a meet and greet with the parents if I have owned the parents. If I have the mama, you can come meet them. Like, I'm really not that whatever on my
Yeah.
dogs. Like, you know, if y'all want to come check them out, you can. If you want to meet them to see if they're the right temperament for you, you can. If you want to just text me and say, hey, what's this? Or, you know, I'm open pretty much to any kind of communication if y'all want to check them out.
Okay.
Any questions or any concerns, people can message me. Like, I'm pretty whatever about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So before we close off this interview, man, is there anything else that you would like to share with our listeners or consider getting a dog? Is there anything else you want to, let them know?
I would do your research. Don't just go in it and pick a dog because it's pretty. Don't go in it. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you know the flaws. Make sure you know. Don't pay dang a whole bunch of money for something that you could have got for way cheaper.
Hmm.
You know, make sure you're doing your research. Make sure you're getting it from a decent breeder. You know, don't just go buy something because they're the cheaper one. You know, some people do their own thing with certain ways they do their ears, certain things. You know, they're kind of backyard with it.
Hmm.
So you just be careful with breeders like that. Um, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I've seen people have C-sections at their house.
Oh man, I've never heard of
Like,
that.
or yeah, like, is that not the wildest thing? Like, I've never actually seen it, like, not it with my own two eyes, but I have heard people be like, yeah, they, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I mean by do your research. Make sure you don't have little kids and expect these dogs to continue to put up with their crap. Like,
Yeah.
and, you know, our bullies get a really bad rep because of that. Like, people will let their dogs irritate them and irritate them and irritate them, and then, oh my
Yeah.
God, your dog bit, you know, my dog turned on them. Well,
I
wouldn't
don't.
you? Your dog has to be away from your kids and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really think that kids should be around dogs unsupervised at all, ever. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, especially little bitty kids. Now, once you get to 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, in the teenage part, I can maybe see you walking a dog for me or going out there with me with the dog. But I don't see a reason why a small kid should ever be with a dog by themselves. Like, because we got to remember at the end of the day, these are still animals, right?
yeah.
Now,
And that's why I'm saying, like, y'all need to remember, again, like you just said, these are animals. They have to be able to get away from those kids. You can't
hmm.
put them in a house with the kids, and then when the kids corner them, expect the dog. Their only defense is to bite.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do if that kid has them jammed, you know, hemmed up in a corner or something, you know, kind of crazy?
Hmm.
So they need to make sure their family is ready for these dogs because
Yeah.
they are chewing dogs at times. You know, they'll chew the piss out of your shoes. No, you know, they'll chew your stuff up if you don't watch them.
Hmm.
You know, but they're good dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
I have a few, like I said, and you know, I have my kids. They're with my around my kids, not unsupervised or nothing, but they're around my kids just fine.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well,
You know,
go ahead, go ahead.
you know, people will let kids climb in their crates and everything. Like their crates,
No,
that's their
that's
home.
their
Like
safe
that's their
space.
home. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I don't
so.
agree with going into the dog's crate. Like, I don't even like as far as the little kids going into the dog kennel, anything like that,
Mm-mm.
that's their area, like that's their room. Leave the dog alone in their space. No,
Yeah, because I let my kids only play with my dogs when we're outside playing.
mhm,
Like my kids don't do it while we're in the house, while they're laying on their beds in the house. Like no,
mhm.
leave the dogs alone. Like, and yeah, no.
And
So
that's
that's the
another.
thing people don't think about it.
That's
Like,
good because you're also teaching your kids to have boundaries with any animals, not just your animals. Because if your kids are going to your kennel or your crate with the dog and put their hand all in that crate, then they'll go into a dog that they don't know until.
yeah, and that's what gets a lot of people's kids eaten up, and that's why I was wanting to talk about it. And I feed my dogs in their crates and everything. So
Hmm.
of course they're going to be productive of their crate. That's their home. That's where they get fed. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I'm protective at my home. Ain't you? Like like you can't expect a dog not to retaliate.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
dogs. They're animals
yeah,
still.
you're
No matter
exactly,
how much we've domesticated them,
yeah,
they're still animals.
yeah, you're
They
exactly
still
right.
have those animalistic tendencies and habits and stuff. Like
Mhm. Yep, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. Well, I want to thank you for, taking out the time to have a quick interview with us over here at Stacked Up. And
yeah, I appreciate you letting me on.
yeah, I'm also looking forward to seeing Mighty Mouse, hopefully by June or
Oh,
whenever the
he'll be
next.
back.
Yeah, yeah, hopefully by then you'll have him in the ring and we can check him out, and
I
see.
hope so. I want to see what your honest opinion is
Yeah.
about him because
How old is he?
he is right now 7 months old. He turned 7 months old yesterday.
Okay, okay. So then he'll be about 10 months by the time the show comes.
Mhm.
Okay, that'll
Yeah,
be.
he'll actually be 11 almost. He'll be 11. He'll be almost a year old when we if you are going to the show in would you say June?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So
Because he
that.
turns 1 in July.
What's his birthday?
So
July what?
21st.
Okay, yeah. So maybe okay. Because my boy, so they're around the same age, but mine's just gonna be a little bigger. But he's on
Yeah.
the 15th of July, and yours is the 21st. Okay, that'll be cool.
Yeah. I'm super excited for everybody to see him because nobody else except for in the dog world except for me and his show handler have ever seen this dog out in person.
Yeah,
Nobody. So I'm super excited to bring him to the scene and let
yeah,
everybody check this little thing out
yeah. Well,
because he is a beast.
whenever you're back in the Nashville area, let me know, man. We can snap some pictures up of them, man, and get you some good pictures, some promotion pictures of them whenever you get them back in your hands, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because I should get him back in a couple weeks. You want to see Zuki anyway, so it may
Yeah,
work out pretty
yeah, man.
good.
I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed I didn't get to see that boy, man. I was looking forward.
You're not the only person. Everybody did either. At most people ask me about Mouse,
Yeah,
but there were a few that was like, "Where the hell's Zuki?" Like I
yeah,
know Mouse is in training. Where's Zook? Like, and I'm
yeah,
like, well, there was some sickness going on, and I was kind of iffy about bringing them
yeah,
with about to breed my female again in a couple more months. I didn't want to be bringing kennel coffee in right before I have puppies and stuff.
yeah. Totally understand. I totally understand. I totally understand. So we'll just wait on him. We'll wait on Zuki. We'll get to him whenever we get a chance to see him. We may get to see both of them at the next show in Lebanon, man. Who knows?
Well, hopefully you should by then for sure because I should be getting Mouse back in 2 weeks and Zook ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
That's my baby. Like the only reason Mouse went because I couldn't get him to act right.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming on, and that's pretty much it, man. We can wrap this interview up.
sounds good. I didn't know if you had any more questions. That's
No,
why I was just yapping
yeah,
along.
no, you did awesome. You did awesome.
Yeah,